This game is an expansion to the original series called Shovel Knight. You can either buy this individually or in a bundle named Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. For the purpose of this review, we'll be talking specifically about the standalone title, Specter of Torment. Specter of Torment takes place as a prequel to the series. You follow the scythe-wielding bad boy himself, Specter Knight, as being given the task to gather a group of knights in order to form an order for the Enchantress. If he fulfills his task, he can restore his humanity. The story cuts deep with some scenes taking place in the past of what happened before he became Specter Knight. Those moments are what intrigued me most with the story. I really grew to love the character and what all he goes through. You really want to cheer for him later on. Like Plague of Shadows before, this game fleshes out the world in which it takes characters that had smaller roles in the main game Shovel Knight and boosts their character in this one. It makes you care more about them the next time you play Shovel Knight. This is a traditional 2D platformer. If you grew up with games from the NES, SNES era, you'll feel right at home. You start by choosing the stages in any order you like, Mega Man style. Your goal itself is to go through each platforming level to fight a boss at the end. Each boss has their own personality and theme. If you're already a fan of Shovel Knight, you'll be glad to hear that each level has been redesigned so much they feel like new levels themselves rather than a repeat as a different character. Bosses have new patterns and abilities. For example, Black Knight has his own mount called Terrapin that joins in to aid him during his fight. Not only is the gameplay different in each level, but Jake Comment has done it again and remixed all the music during the levels. Some tracks of the remixes I enjoy even more than the original. There's even some new tracks involved. This game is definitely the hardest in the series. I died more on this one than any of the past games. It can be brutal, but it is never unfair. Just expect a challenge when you pick up your controller. Specter Knight does have some neat tricks himself. He is much more agile than his fellow Blue Knight. Specter can grind on rails, run up walls, and air dash through enemies. Each ability feels great and is really satisfying to chain air dashes together. Furthering his gameplay, there are items called curios to give you even more abilities. From throwing sickles, using barrier lantern to stop projectiles, judgment rush to auto-target enemies near you and teleport to them, and even more. Each time you use a curio in the level, it depletes your darkness meter. Think of like magic meter in Shovel Knight's campaign. In order to get these curios, you need to collect various red skulls hidden in each level of the game. You trade these red skulls to Red, the skeleton, in exchange for the curios. You can get new armor sets for many. Get it? We are many. You can exchange money to buy the armor. Each one gives you a bonus. My favorite is the Cloak of Clemency. It makes it where you lose health darkness instead of instant death to pits and spikes. Another NPC named Legion, I think you get the reference by now, upgrades your curios. This is the first in the series of upgrading your sub-weapons. It's actually really helpful and they actually do get more powerful. In each level, there is actually an upgrade to either your will or your darkness meter. If you miss any upgrades, just talk to our girl Missy here. She sells you upgrades you missed in the levels if you don't want to go back and get them yourself. I appreciate the option even though I didn't use it personally. Speaking of the graphics, this game has some of the best pixel animation I've seen in a video game. From the flipping of your scythe on rails, the I am too cool for you action pose, to the wonderful dances as a tradition to the series. Comparing this to the original Shovel Knight, this has a much darker tone. It matches the character and the story itself. If you have the Shovel Knight amiibo, you can use it to summon a fairy helper knight. What does it do exactly? Well, it looks basically cute. That's about it. He tries to grab jewels off the ground, but he can't pick it up. He tries to dig some dirt, and he's not too great at that either. He does have a sweet pose to complement Specter Knight. To sum things up, the story took me a level 6 hours to complete, and a couple more to finish up collectibles and side quests. I really enjoyed my time with Specter of Torment. It is now my favorite in the current series and can't wait for King's Knight's campaign. Overall, I'll say this is a great game and really recommend it, or the full package Treasure Trove if you haven't played the series before. Thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe for more Nintendo Switch reviews.